Lewis Hamilton's early races with Ferrari in the 2025 Formula One season have not gone smoothly. Many fans and commentators have already started asking questions. Some believe that Hamilton has passed his prime. Others suggest that Ferrari made a mistake by signing him. The results from the first few races are being used as proof of that. But what if these results are not the full story? What if Hamilton's current struggles are actually part of a much bigger and smarter plan that could change the future of Formula One? What if what we're seeing is not the end of greatness but the beginning of something historic? For more than a decade, Hamilton raced for Mercedes. He became a world champion multiple times and broke several records along the way. He learned how Mercedes cars behaved in every kind of condition. Every part of his driving was shaped by that experience. When he got into the Ferrari this year, it was like switching to a completely different machine. The SF25, Ferrari's current car, behaves very differently from what Hamilton was used to. The car has a different braking style, a different balance, and different power delivery. Hamilton has to unlearn everything that made him successful at Mercedes and relearn how to drive in a completely new way. That takes time, no matter how talented the driver is. Every lap Hamilton drives is like a training session. He is forcing his mind and body to adapt to a new set of rules. At Mercedes, he could brake late, dive into corners, and use the rear of the car to rotate through turns. But in the SF25, that doesn't work. The Ferrari has more grip at the front and a more planted rear. That means braking has to start earlier. The car must be balanced through the middle of the corner, and the power delivery has to be more controlled. These changes might sound small, but they affect every part of the lap. Every missed apex we've seen from Hamilton is not a mistake. It's a step in the learning process. There's also the cultural change Hamilton is going through. Mercedes was a very organized and structured team. Everything followed a system. At Ferrari, things are more emotional and instinctive. Engineers are passionate and expressive. Decisions sometimes feel more like family debates than business meetings. For Hamilton, fitting into this new environment also takes time. He has to build trust, form relationships, and understand the rhythm of Ferrari. All of this is happening in the background while everyone on the outside is judging the race results. Some people online have even suggested that Ferrari is giving better parts to Charles Leclerc than to Hamilton. But that theory doesn't hold up when you look at the facts. Ferrari has invested millions into Hamilton's arrival. They've given him special support, dedicated simulator time, and top-level engineering help. In the cost cap era, the FIA closely monitors every part used on each car. Any attempt to favor one driver over another would be discovered quickly. The performance gap we're seeing is not about the equipment, it's about adaptation. Hamilton is not just racing for results this year, he's laying the foundation for something bigger. The 2026 season will bring a major change to Formula One's rules. New cars, new power units, and new aerodynamic designs will completely reset the playing field. Ferrari wants to be ready for that change, and Hamilton is a key part of that plan. The team has already started working on the 2026 car. They have a group of engineers, simulator staff, and wind tunnel experts focused only on that project. Hamilton is helping them by giving feedback, testing ideas in the simulator, and sharing what he learned during his time at Mercedes. He is acting like a development tool as much as a driver. His input is shaping the next generation of Ferrari cars. In private sessions, he's working on things like hybrid power usage, battery deployment, and cornering balance. These changes won't be visible on a results sheet today, but they will have a huge impact in the future. Every time Hamilton reports a feeling from the car, engineers take that information and use it to improve future designs. Take a closer look at one of his recent races, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. On paper, the result didn't look impressive. Hamilton finished 7th, more than 30 seconds behind Leclerc, but if you go beyond the finishing position, you'll see signs of progress. Hamilton was faster in every medium-speed corner compared to earlier in the weekend. He improved his brake release and used less battery power, which shows he's finding ways to drive the car more efficiently. These are the types of improvements that build up over time. A small gain in one sector becomes a bigger gain across a whole lap. The week after Saudi Arabia, Hamilton went to Suzuka and showed even more improvement. He recorded his first top 3 qualifying sector in the SF25. Again, that may seem small, but it shows that things are moving in the right direction. He is slowly piecing together a new driving style that fits Ferrari's car. Each race is like a step forward. Not every step is visible in the final result, but they all matter. Ferrari and Hamilton are playing a long game. They are willing to accept short-term pain in exchange for long-term gain. This approach has worked before in Formula One. In 2009, Red Bull had a car that struggled with reliability, but it helped them build a title-winning machine for the next season. Mercedes did the same in 2013. Their car wasn't the best, but it gave them the foundation to dominate the hybrid era from 2014 onwards. Ferrari and Hamilton are now following that same strategy. The 2025 season is a year of learning and building. The real goal is 2026. By then, Hamilton will be fully integrated into Ferrari. The team will have used his feedback to create a car that suits his style. They'll have developed the systems and tools to support him. And most importantly, the new rules will level the playing field. Any advantage Red Bull or McLaren has today will be reset. That's when Hamilton and Ferrari plan to strike. Hamilton didn't join Ferrari for a final farewell tour. He didn't come just to add a few more podiums to his record. He joined because he saw a chance to build something new, to be part of a second dynasty. The first one was with Mercedes. The second, if it works, will be with Ferrari. And it will be even more special because of the challenges he's facing now. When you see Hamilton finish a race outside the top 5 this year, don't see it as a failure. See it as part of a larger story. These results are not the end, they are the beginning. Every lap, every session, every conversation with an engineer is part of the process. It's the price of change. It's the work that has to be done when a champion takes on a new challenge. Development is not a straight line. It's full of small steps, trial and error, and constant adjustments. But the teams that stay committed through the tough times are the ones that come out on top when the big changes arrive. Hamilton and Ferrari believe in that. They believe that the hard work they're doing now will pay off in the future. So when you watch the next Grand Prix and Hamilton isn't leading, don't be too quick to judge. Remember that what you're seeing is not the full story. The real action is happening behind the scenes, in the simulator rooms, in the wind tunnel, in the data analysis sessions late at night. That's where the future is being built. This is not a story of decline, it's a story of transformation. A great driver is learning a new language. A famous team is preparing for the next era. Together, they are building something that could change the sport. And when 2026 arrives, we might all look back at these early struggles and see them as the beginning of a historic comeback. Ferrari's decision to bring Hamilton on board was not about marketing or nostalgia. It was about strategy. They knew that a driver with his experience could help them prepare for the biggest rules shake-up in years. They knew that his understanding of car dynamics, tire behavior, and racecraft could be a huge advantage when the new era begins. And they were willing to accept that the first season might be tough. Hamilton, too, accepted that risk. He knew that joining Ferrari would not be easy. He knew that it would take time to adapt, to fit in, and to deliver results. But he also knew that if they got it right, the rewards would be worth it. A title with Ferrari would be the ultimate achievement. It would be proof that he could win not just with the best car, but by helping to build it. That's the bigger plan. And that's why the current struggles are not a cause for panic. They are part of the journey. Every great story has a difficult beginning. This one is no different. But if Ferrari and Hamilton stay committed, the ending could be something very special. So let's not judge this project too soon. Let's watch it unfold. Let's give it the time it needs to grow, because in a sport like Formula One, the smartest moves are not always the most obvious ones. Sometimes the real genius is in the patience to build something that will last. And that's exactly what Hamilton and Ferrari are doing now.